Latte art is pretty awesome, and I know a lot of people who would love to be able to do latte art at home, but they don't want to spend thousands of dollars on an expensive home espresso setup. A company called Subminimal noticed this problem too, and they've created this, the Nanofoamer, which is supposed to be able to help you do really great latte art at home. Now, I'm going to test it and review and see if it can actually do what it says it can do, and show you some of the tricks that I've learned along the way. First up, this isn't a sponsored video. I did actually pay for 2 of these, one to test out for myself and one to give away to a Patreon backer at the end of May. Now, I wanted to see if it could actually do some really high quality latte art rather than a gloopy mess, and then once I figured out how to do it and I can show you some tricks in this video, I wanted to share one with someone who supports this channel. Consider joining my Patreon if you're interested, because I'll be giving this away on a live stream at the end of May. So what do you need to get a good latte art out of a Nanofoamer? First, ideally you'll have an espresso maker of some kind, like the rock espresso maker that I'm going to use for this video. You can also do this with a mocha pot, and I did a video recently on how to make mocha pot coffee. You'll need to grind pretty fine and use very fresh coffee beans so that you have a nice rich crema as a canvas to pour your latte art onto. This will not work with pour over because the liquid is way too thin and doesn't have enough body to hold a latte art design. There are some really nice espresso makers at the lower budget end because they don't have expensive parts like plumbing and electrical parts. So I use the Rock espresso maker, which is really great, and it only costs about £150, but you could also use something like the Flare or Roboto, which are great options as well. You'll also need a way to heat the milk, such as a microwave or a stovetop, and a milk pitcher from which to pour your latte art. You can get a budget one for about £15 from Amazon, or you can get something fancy like my Barista Swag one, but you don't need to start off with an expensive latte art jug. As you can see, the Nanofoamer absolutely can do excellent microfoam for beautiful latte art, but it did take a lot of trial and error to get here and a lot of wasted milk. I tried to test systematically and accurately so I could show you how I did it, and I used a timer while I was practicing to see how much time I need to insert air for and how long I need to keep the vortex going. My first attempts were pretty rubbish, but after practicing and narrowing it down, I found that around 3 to 5 seconds or so of inserting air like this, and then holding off on the air and incorporating the microfoam with a vortex was good enough to get a decent texture for latte art. Don't go too long inserting air, as you'll end up getting much bigger bubbles than you want. I found it difficult at first to get good texture, and in multiple attempts the device would pull in big bubbles and make a frothy cappuccino-like foam even with minimal air intake. After a dozen or so tries, I started to get a better process down. What really helps at the start is to get the milk temperature correct every single time, so that takes a little bit of practice and knowledge of how your stove or your microwave works. You can take a look at the video that I did before about how to get microfoam milk perfect on an espresso machine, but the advice is the same. You should be looking to max out your temperature at 65 degrees C, which is the point at which the proteins have not yet started to denature and the sugars are at their sweetest. If you heat the milk to too high a temperature, the proteins will start to denature, and that will result in blotchy looking latte art, and you'll also scald the lactose or milk sugar, which will make the drink actually less sweet. So if you have a kitchen thermometer, bust that thing out and aim for 65 degrees C after you've heated the milk on the stove or in the microwave, which is the point at which the milk is sweetest and you haven't quite melted the protein's little faces off. If you don't have a thermometer, feel the bottom of the cup after you've heated your milk. If you can't hold your hand to it for more than a second or so, then it might be a little bit too hot and you should reduce the temperature next time you heat the milk. To get the best out of the Nanofoamer, I poured 200 milliliters of milk into a microwave-safe glass jug and heated it in the microwave for 2 minutes at 600 watts. I know a lot of people say that I sound crazy with weighing milk and checking the temperature, but it really does help to get that consistency so you can get perfect latte art temperature every time. After making sure that the temperature was around that 65 degrees point, I poured the milk into my metal latte art jug and started incorporating air with the Nanofoamer immediately. I put the mesh head halfway into the milk for around that 5 seconds and then submerge it fully in the milk, moving the wand to the side so it can create a vortex. Timing is a little important here, and I generally start the microwave and then go to pull my espresso shot so it will be done as soon as the espresso is in the cup. Unlike with the control of a steam wand, you're likely to pull in a few more bubbles with the Nanofoamer. It just isn't as easy with a nanofoamer to get that perfect microfoam textured milk without pulling in some of those bigger bubbles. So I recommend swirling and tapping a little bit more to get that texture just right. So what's my verdict? The Nanofoamer is actually a pretty good option for people who are just getting interested in home espresso and especially in latte art, and you can do a pretty decent latte art for only about £30. If you want to do some cool pours for your Instagram, or you want to use this while you're traveling, or maybe you just don't have the budget for a big expensive espresso machine, I'd say it's a pretty good deal. You're not going to get professional quality latte art with a Nanofoamer, but it is a really great device for beginners to start pulling you in. I'll be doing a live video for Patreon backers at the end of May to give away one of these Nanofoamers to someone in the Home Coffee Addict tier. If you want to be in the lottery to get any of the gear that I use for a review, then please take a look at patreon.com/homecafe and consider supporting this channel. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Or Roboto, which are great options as well. Is that supposed to be coming out like that? I don't think it is. A lot of people who want to be able to do latte art at home without having to spend— oh my god, my eyes are just freaking out. My eyes is going crazy. And the milk sugars will start to scold. Now, if you don't have a cooking thermometer or a coffee thermometer or a thermometer,